And Father Edwin is very known person to me. I visited so many times to Kanyakumari, and I attended 3 to 4 meetings of this ancient meetings. Thank you, sir.
Good, yeah. So he is doing a big job promoting it in Karnataka. And he is having a regular meeting every week or every other week?
Every week.
Every week.
Every week. He is monitoring and training meetings every week. Online. Okay, good. Yeah.
Congratulations. Almost
Yeah.
a meeting.
Now our president is here, Raviji.
Welcome, sir. Welcome, sir.
Good evening, everybody.
Raviji, we can have opening round.
Okay.
And you could come next. Okay.
Okay. Shall I introduce myself?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. I am Ravi Shankar. I am from Andhra Pradesh, near to Bangalore. This is a Penukonda in Anandpur district. Now it is Satyasai district. So I happened to learn about Father Edwin almost 25 years back. Probably when he started as a great movement in from Kanyakumari, my Guruji Rishi Prabhakar, he was fascinated by Father Edwin's work, and he introduced something, a great possibility in the world. It's about, like he was telling about how the land, everything is so, well established, well developed like that. So I was eager to see him, and my Guruji has told me, Rishi Prabhakar has told me, just to be with Father Edwin. So I used to attend some of the programs. I was always like, wondering, is it possible? Like, even though I could see it with my own eyes, I was always wondering, is it really possible? Is it true? Like this. Then, one fine, sorry, some of these people. Mr. Basil.
Yes.
You can mute your mic.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, because some noise is coming. Yeah. Okay, fine. Okay, good. Yeah.
Then one fine day I attended a meeting in Hyderabad that happened to be an executive committee meeting, but I just was a guest. I was enthusiastic. I participated, and somehow unanimously everybody said, you can be the president. I was really shocked. But I could see their trust in me. And also the team, such a beautiful team. I tell you, I'm very thankful to the whole, who always very, very open-minded, highly energetic team. So I have been with this team for almost last 10 years. So I'm operating as the president. Fortunately, I had some friends. iPhone, who is this iPhone? Some noise is coming from iPhone. Okay, nice. So
mute the mic. Okay, yeah.
Then
Then
one of my friends, he is from UN, ECOSAC, wing. Hello, who is iPhone?
Yeah,
please mute your mics when you are not talking. That is a good thing. Please.
Father Carmel.
Okay, yeah.
So that's how we were introduced to UN.
Yeah.
United Nations, with the first production of NCN itself, it has happily gave us the consultancy status, which normally comes after 20 years of application for many of the organizations. We got it straight away. But the whole Father Edwin, and also to all the children who have been doing incredible work in India. So with that inspiration, we could start in. I may be taking little time because I have to give you a good picture about NCN also. So, in US, United States, our sociocracy champion, John Buck, who was training us in sociocracy, he has taken the initiative and then established an organization in as governance from below. So I'm also one of the members of that. So we have our office in US under UN, and we have started with that. Lots of father had visited many times to UN meetings. Somehow I could not go so far, but he has represented NC there. And then we have started in almost 16 countries now, because father went around in Europe and South American and African countries everywhere. And we have great champions in each country who have taken up this movement with full spirit. And almost every day they are on this job, spreading everywhere, taking it like their life mission. Actually, I'm very much relaxed because of all these people doing incredible work. My only job is to see and appreciate and actually network these people, just like how you all come together. When you team up with those wonderful people, we have a principle: when beautiful people come together, beautiful things naturally happen. So that's how we are seeing wonderful things are unfolding. And now we are on the starting global level of children's parliament. We already started one. It's not the full-fledged one, but it is going to be a full-fledged one very soon with our young children parliamentarians who are child parliamentarians. Now they are young youth parliamentarians. They are doing a good job. So soon we'll be meeting all those people also here in this meeting. And we will all be energized by this. Thank you very much. I stop here. Father, next. Unmute, Father. This is still muted.
Yeah. Mariadasan could come next. He is operating this one. Okay. Host.
So the outside, this is iPhone is for Carmel.
Yeah.
So I'm changing his name also, and I'm trying to mute him, but I'm unable to mute him.
Yeah.
Some sound is coming from his phone.
Mariadasan sir, please make me co-host. I will take care of that part.
Okay, then I'll make you the host.
Yeah, co-host.
Co-host.
Yeah, make co-host or host?
Co-host.
Co-host.
Give me the host. I'll be.
Co-host. Okay. Yeah, I made you the co-host. And first of all, thank you for meeting today, and welcome all you two for the meeting, and especially our Guruji, Ravi Shankar ji, and Balakrishnan Reddy. And Balakrishnan Reddy, I was much impressed about your introduction, because you are running this NCN every week. That's a great thing. I want this, the close proximity should be there. Then only we will be able to achieve things. If it is going on beyond 1 month, once in a month or once in a fortnight, that won't work, I think. We should have frequent meetings. Then only we will be able to do things well. And I congratulate you, Mr. Reddy and Ji. Your introduction was very wonderful, Guruji. And we have been doing this for a long time. However, we haven't achieved anything, I feel. We have been meeting together and discussing together, and now we are at the starting points. We are about to go to Karnataka, Jyoti's place, and to start about the NCN meetings, their physical meetings. So we want to start the meetings there, and we will be able to achieve things. And this is a wonderful idea of Father Edwin. So I'm happy that Father Edwin has brought the idea of this NCN. And one Father Joseph Justice was there with us. Unfortunately, he had a sudden demise. He passed away suddenly. That it created a vacuum in our movement. So now Mr. Hieronymus is the president of this our team, Akampakam. We call it Akampakam, near neighborhoods. So under his leadership, we are going ahead very well. And Mr. Arul Sahayam is there, and he's doing very well in Chennai. He is doing wonderfully well in Chennai. So I congratulate him also. So we'll be able to, with your guidance, Guruji and Balakrishna ji and Father Edwin, we'll be able to. I hope we'll be able to achieve good things. Thank you.
Thank you.
Unmute, Father.
Father, unmute.
Yeah. Yeah, Mr. Arul Sahayam. Yeah.
Good evening, all of you. I'm very happy to meet all of you. Yeah, I am in Chennai. Actually, I have been motivated and inspired by Father Edwin and Mr. Joseph Ratnam since the year 2013. From there, I learned about neighborocracy, neighborhood, in the NCN, and in a different name like street parliament. It's a neighborhood, street parliament. So I have been into a pilot project called adopting a particular 3 different areas in Chennai, like Nagar, slum area plus rehabilitated colony. With 3 areas, we did pilot project, and we did a study of 3 years, and on NCN, in the name of street parliament. Now from there, I have developed the document scientifically, because I've given the NCN process and definition, methods, tools, and all we have developed by learning from our legends. So thus I have given the name, socially, I am basically MSW. Socially, it is a community organization method of social work. There are 6 methods of social work. What the NCN is basically long-term community organization method of social work. So in my research, we have developed we have incorporated the definition of community organization in par with the NCN. So that's how now presently I'm working in a place called the Kannai Nagar, which has about 44,000 families. Last 2 years, we have adopted to build model of we have adopted 640 households and laid 13 street parliaments. And we have 2 areas, 2 clusters, cluster level federation, then area level federation. Area level federation is in par with the council ward. So in that ward, we have 54,000 families. In the years to come, we want to lay down 1,400 street parliaments in that area and federate, and at the one ward level, like a neighborhood network community be laid down. From there only the ward leader would be elected neighborocratically. That is our next election to next election. The second election we would be functioning this at least in one constituency. There are many wards in this constituency, but one ward is being established as a model, and it will in that constituency we have many more wards. So this is what we are into. Thank you for this opportunity. Thank you.
Good. Next, our Eronimus.
Yeah, good evening to everybody.
He's
I am
the
Eronimus.
convener. Yeah.
I am Eronimus from Trichy. Basically, I am a HR trainer. Though I am a HR trainer, I used to concentrate the children's resource development, because a person is wasting his time or a resource during the learning ages only. They are spending more than 15 to 20 years for learning, but after that, what he has learned is nothing. So we have to give some effectiveness for their learning ages. That's why I have my own research center on children's education. I used to conduct training to the teachers and the students. This is my profession actually. So far, I have trained more than 3,50,000 teachers for the past 20-25 years. Okay, but at that time only, my friend Father Justice introduced this type of children's parliament to me. From that day onwards, for the past 15 years, I have been engaging with this team with Father Edwin, Father Justice, and everybody. After my friend death, Father Justice, I took the charge for leading this team. So I am happy to see you all and enrich myself by this meeting today. Thank you.
Okay, Father, next. Who next?
Father, next. Mute Pani.
Next, Father, Sister Jyoti, you can really introduce yourself. Sister Jyoti.
Yeah. Jyotiraj. Yeah.
Good evening. Good evening, all. I'm happy to be back at the earliest in the meeting. To have a very short introduction, I come from Bangalore. I started my social involvement at the age of 13 when I was doing my high school. I joined a student movement, and that was the time, I think around at the age of 18, I met Father Edwin. And, during student movement, we had the process called See, Judge and Act. I understand, the entire process. Even today, we are in a different form. We are looking at society, See, Judge and Act, action, reflection, and action. Today's context. So my contact with Father Edwin starts from 1972. So almost 50 years of contact. Raviji, I think I'm adding 25 years to your contact with Father Edwin. Okay, nice to have long-standing, contact with good people. As you said, good things will emerge. Yeah, in terms of the work in Tumkur, we are into community building, community leadership. Basically, our organization is a training capacity building organization. We are looking at good governance at the local level, especially working with the panchayati Raj system, because which is very direct to people, and it is there they have to exercise their rights, duties, responsibilities, whatever. The second thing is land reclamation in terms of economic development. We strongly believe Bhushakti Kendra believes the basic essential resource for the rural people is land, and protection of land and land development in terms of agroecological farming. Perhaps later we can when we meet we can share about it. So then gender equality and quality education for the rural children. In that context only the parliament will play a vital role. This is what I'm thinking. Really, this can bring about a lot of changes in the lives of the rural, poor. I'm really aspiring for many good things to happen, being part of this group, and knowing Father Edwin so well. I'm sure, as you said it rightly, is a very positive, even at this age, very energetic and inspiring person. Definitely will continue to do that. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Now, next base.
Jyotiraj is from, Tumkur, right?
Yeah, though I'm from Bangalore, for the past 38 years, this has become my Tavarmanenu, Thai Veedu, Thai Veedu. So I'm living here in the village. Yeah.
Wonderful. Yeah.
Next, Basil could come in. Basil.
Please unmute, Basil.
Yeah, Basil, you'll have to unmute. Okay. Yeah.
Actually, I am traveling now. I don't know that I'm clear.
Music Basil going.
Can you hear?
Yeah, yeah,
Hear me?
yeah.
So I'm Sister Basil. I am from Holy Cross Convent, Dublin. So actually, now I'm retired. Initially, along with Father Edwin and Sister Mercy, I have been visiting the Children's Parliament. I think it was before 2007. After 2007, I was very inactive. And now, when Father Edwin told me, I thought that I must do something. Because in everything, I had a desire to follow Sister Mercy. Now I think maybe God wants me to do something. So I wanted to try. So spoke to Father Edwin a few times. And I think previously once I had come for this meeting. So along with Father Kamal and Jansi, we visited Father Edwin. We spoke something about this neighborhood parliament and we are genuinely interested in it. So I will try my best to join you all, good people who do good things. So thank you very much.
Good.
Where are you located, Basil?
So Basil has been the principal of the leading women's college here.
Yes, Father.
Yeah, Basil has been the principal of a women's Christian college here. And now after her retirement, she was offered to lead another college, but she backed out and she wants to work with us. So we could welcome her. She will have a lot to contribute. Now next.
Jansi.
Yeah.
Jansi.
I'm Sister John C., Holy Cross College librarian, Nagarkoil. I heard about this program, but for me, this is new. I wish to join and learn. I am interested in this. Thank you.
Good, fine. Thank you, welcome.
And Carmel, Father.
Yeah. Now next comes Carmel. Yeah.
Bruce Carmel from Kanyakumari. As a student in the year
Disappear.
Hello.
I know his connection.
Back. Yeah.
Yes, Father Carmel.
good morning.
Yeah.
Good evening to you all. I am
Yeah.
Father Bruce Carmel,
Yeah.
a priest from the Diocese of Kotar. As a college student, I visited tribals in Pechipare. There, I had so many questions. Nobody concerns for the children. Nobody goes to school regularly. So, as a student, I had so many questions. I thought of doing something. Then I went to the seminary. After becoming a priest, 2015, I brought the village committee, that means parish council members, to the spot, and we started.
His internet connection is erratic, so he's going off and out and down.
Hello.
So Carmel is
Hello.
yeah, come on, go on. Yeah.
Okay, the net is very slow. That's the problem.
Yeah. So Carmel is well.
Then we work for the Kani people there from 2015 onwards. Before Corona, we organized people as a small movement. That means a tuition center, and we help for their education. And now, after some 1 year, we started for Sri Lankan refugees in Kanyakumari district. There are 433 families in Kanyakumari district in 4 places. One is near Kanyakumari, near Kottaram, in Kanyakumari near Kottaram. Another one is near Marthandam. Another one is near Kalekavalai. Then another one is near Palavalai, that is in the town, Nagarkovil. Then along with Sister Basil and Sister Jansi and some other lay people, we organize the children as a small groups, and we motivate them first to go to the school regularly, because there were so many dropouts, because they had so many questions whether we have future or not, whether we live here or not. So they were not regular to the schools. Then we helped them in a way to educate them. In the meanwhile, I met father before. I know I knew about father's work, and he shared with me, and I was inspired by his work to join with him. But Corona, we could not do it. But now, after reading some books written by father, I was taken up. So now, along with father, we can do some things in the society, because he has done a lot, and we were very happy to be in the team. Thank you. Hello.
Okay, Father, everybody is introduced. Father, yeah. Everybody is introduced, Father. First round is over.
Okay, yeah. Now, Rebiji, you could take over and conduct the meeting. Yeah.
Thank you, Father. Let's come out with what do we do in this meeting. Okay, so let us come out with some ideas. Then we will select one by one, and then take up those things. All right. So, Mariadasan sir, what would you wish to? Because you have invited everybody to the meeting. If you have anything like, what is your agenda? What is your plan for this meeting? Please share. Unmute, please. Yes.
So the agenda is to discuss. So although the agenda is fixed by Father Edwin and Mr. Hieronymus.
Okay.
Okay. So the agenda, I was not told about the agenda. They wanted me to share the link. I shared the link.
Yeah.
Because I have a paid platform for Zoom. So I shared the link. So only Hieronymus or Father Edwin could say the agenda.
Right.
Thank you.
Okay. Please share, Mariadasan sir. And Hieronymus will be, next person to say on this. Please.
Yeah. So actually, we for today's meeting, we don't have. I don't have any agenda. Yesterday, day before yesterday, Father told me our president wants to meet all the people and have the special meeting for that. So that's why I arranged actually. And now it's your wishes and your idea only. Yeah, please share your thoughts, sir, please.
If anybody before we come to on something let me hear from everybody if they have anything to say about what would you like to do with all these people in the meeting. Arul sir, anything? Arul Sahayam, please. Unmute, please. Unmute.
Yeah.
Please.
Actually, my expectation from this meeting is that how is that NCN has been working, how you have been doing things. Would like to, that is my main agenda, to learn further. Of course, concept-wise, we had some sittings with Edwin, Father, and others, and we have been trying. But NCN, how is it functioning? What level you have reached? I would like to learn from you. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, how is NCN functioning, right?
Yeah.
Right, nice. Yeah. Jyotiraj, you have anything? Any other point you would like to bring in this meeting? Jyotiraj? Hello? Jyotiraj, okay.
Yeah. Sorry. I think we should start with Mr. Arul Sahayam's question, that will take us to further understand whatever we needs to be done.
Because we have some frame, like time frame. So if anything is there, we will be looking into like prioritizing. If you have anything, you can share.
Yeah, what in the last meeting, what we decided was to come out with the training module for the core team members in South India. So I would be happy to listen to you. What type of modules can go into the trainings which we are thinking of.
Okay, so you would like to look at the training module for coaching members, right? In South India. Am I right? Am I right?
Yeah.
Okay, right.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Thank you. Basil, have anything, please? These are wonderful things to look. Yeah, Basil, please.
No, just I want to know what.
Not able to hear you, Basil. Please.
No, I would like to listen what you all are doing, right? Okay. I want to know what you're doing.
Okay, just to know, right? Fine. Father Carmel, you have anything to say? Father Carmel. Hello? Father Carmel? Okay. Please.
First, I want to know that how you function neighborhood community in the village level, because I haven't seen anything. Because we are simply giving some motivation like that only. We have some groups, more than 9 groups in various places, and we give only motivations.
Okay.
But you have so many other agendas you are doing.
Right? How it functions.
It is better. Okay, sir. Thank you.
Right.
Yes, sir.
How neighborhood level, neighborhood community at the village level functions, right? That's good. Nice. Thank you. So, Dr. Balakrishna, you have anything to say at this point? Dr. Balakrishna? Yeah.
I would like to know this NCN working for only Children's Parliament or and any other activities. And now I shared my experiences with President Raviji and our Edwin sir. I like to start with Adults Parliament, and for that only I am working. Malnutrition in women and vitamin deficiency in children. This is very major aspect nowadays. If you, I try to understand this point in many more meetings. If you suggest me to start this, or is there any other people also started like this? If I am the only person, let me start and give me support how to do this function and around. This is my request and my intention, sir. Okay.
So you would like to know what apart from INCP, other activities, and then you would like to start adults parliaments for the issues connected to the health of children and women. And if there are any models you would like to know, like, right? Yeah. Thank you. So I think anything, I don't know. Father Edwin, you have anything to add to this list?
Nothing. Okay. Yeah, it is beginning well.
Yeah.
That's good, because it's supposed to be more a kind of a meeting where you wanted to know more about our people and to deepen the process we started in the last meeting. Okay.
Yes.
Well, yeah.
So let me say something now, keeping all these things in mind. Like these are the issues that we have in front of us. One is how is NCN functioning? Then training module for coaching members in South India. Then village level neighborhood communities, how they are functioning. And then apart from children's parliaments, any other activities, and how adults parliaments can be formed, and is there any models so that we can look into the health of children. These are the main things that we have taken. apart from this, there is one thing, like, we have planned for, especially like, our Jyoti Raj, we have planned for a training in, in the month of September, right? In Tumkur. For this, we should all gear up. We should also plan up for that from now on. That's a main base on which we have all come together. So that also would like to look into, like how we go ahead with that. Of course, they all come under the same umbrella. Okay, so I would like to speak something about on Arun Saham's question on how is NCN functioning, right? Neighborhood Community Network is an organization formed by Father Edwin a long time back, and its head office is at Hyderabad. So there is a small team of people, about 8 people, 7 people, who will be the executive committee members. But there are many organizations connected to through these 7 or even more other people who are all like involved in the movement. So neighborhoodization, like neighborocracy, is now a movement. So though they are not in the functioning of NCN as such, but they are taking the spirit of neighborhoodization and the neighborocracy through their own organizations in various places, in their own, in their own names, in their own ways and all that. But they are able to adapt the principles of neighborocracy, which Father Edwin has, promulgated long time back. So, so functioning as such, ours is a very, very small organization, to say that, okay, as an organization. It's not a big organization, this, that, but with all the connected to many thousands of organizations, which are all doing wonderful work, taking the spirit of this, Father Edwin's neighborocracy, principle.
Sorry, Father Guruji, little bit louder, please.
I'm very close to the mic.
Yeah, but we couldn't hear clearly.
The mic very close to me. Maybe is there any problem? Like everybody has the same problem?
Now we have clear voice.
Okay. Okay. Oh, nice. So when you asked for it, I think you got it. Like,
yeah.
Like they say, no, you ask for it, he will give you. So nice. Okay. So nice. So, one second, please. So just, can you give me a little time? There is an urgent call, please. Father Edwin, please come.
Mute பண்ணுங்க, unmute பண்ணுங்க.
Yeah, NCN as a legal organization has only very limited members, because the problem for us was, since it is a national organization, to go around and collect the signatures of members whenever the registrar's office or something asks for that. And so we said we will limit the core group to just a few legal core group. And there we have just 11 or 4 people or so, and they form the legal group. And then we get the people interested in the concept in sociocratic circles. Sociocracy believes in small circles, which are double linked. And small circles means we have small circles for various concerns, like say fundraising, one concern, children's parliament, and then the concept promotion, advocacy, media publications, and then dialogue with other organizations, liaison with UN, like this various concerns are represented by various circles. And these circles are to be double linked. Double linked means if 2 groups are to work together, one person from one circle should be in the other, in another group, and that group, from that group, one person should represent that group in this group. So double linking. So through this process, we want try to have a kind of a movement approach where people could take initiative and still they could be coordinated and everything could be transparent. This is the structure now we are trying to introduce into sociocracy I mean, into this NCN, sociocracy circles. And then our Corona time gave us its own setback because we couldn't travel, we couldn't meet, and so on. So somehow we are managed with online meetings. And then, though it is small, its reach has been wide. So as Rebiji said, we have UN consultative status. That means we can bring people to UN, organize meetings at UN, and then give written statements to UN. So this kind of scope we have as an organization with consultative status. And then we are people, as Revji was explaining, they are spread in now 5 continents. And then there are groups and individuals who take initiative and do things. For example, there is one group called SONAC. SONAC means Sociocratic Neighborhoods. And then this is based in Austria, but people from various European countries. And they now and then organize their own training programs, sometimes even without us. And then they try to have a multinational linkage and multinational effort. And then they also have brought out book, they get our books translated into various languages in Europe. And then they got our Joseph Ratnam to put together in a book form all that he wants to say about neighborocracy. So he has collected various materials and brought out a sizably big book, and which is now being translated into various languages. And that is in Europe. And then in Latin America, we were invited by Peru, one group in Peru, and another group, that's a very influential group, they call America Solidaria, that is in Chile. This America Solidaria is an organization that has branches in all the Latin American states. There is no South American states. And then we were also in Kenya, and also in Ghana, and in South Africa. And here also we have groups and people who are interested in it. Now we'll have to link them all. And then after this corona, lullness, we'll have to get them to be active again. And one of the things that we want, one of our approaches is to send the booklet, because I have written a booklet that's called Hello Neighborocracy. I just wanted a small book, because big books will put off people. Small one they will easily read. So we have brought out one small book, Hello Neighborocracy. And then one of the approaches of spreading the concept is to find out people from the papers, from articles, or from contacts who might show some interest in the concept, and send them a book, a copy, online copy, and ask them for feedback. So this is one of the things that we are doing. Now other things will have to come to, we have our dialogue groups may had conversations with so many other organizations. But as I said, this corona slowed down our work. Now we'll have to start again. So I stopped there.
Thank you, Father. So hope this gave a picture about how NCN is functioning. Arul Sahamji, if you have got any other question on this issue, we will go into it.
I think I got the picture.
Fantastic.
Yeah, thank you.
Anybody has anything to ask on this issue that we have? Father Edwin has cleared. Anybody has? Hello? Hope nobody has. Okay. In case you get, we'll discuss it later. No problem. Now we'll take the second topic, that is training module for the coaching members in South India. Okay, because we are from various states of South India, that is from Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, and Andhra Pradesh. But still, there are other states are also there, like Telangana and Kerala, Goa and anything like that. So they can also be included in this. But this is the beginning. Like we started, like how do we start training, develop training modules and coaching members. For that, I would like to ask one thing. How many of you here wants to be coaches, like trainers for the trainers? Trainers to trainers. How many would like to be that? So that you can be trained further like that, Because we require in every language many people to go ahead and train. If you show interest, we will like this or something like thumbs up or something like that. We'll be looking at it. Arun Sahaim, yes. Who else?
Edwin,
Edwin is the one who is going to train us. That's so nice.
Raviji, I need to have a clarification here.
Yes.
In one of our meetings, we set 3 levels of trainers. One, the core group, core team will be there. Then TOT, trainers of training. The other one is the animators at the village level.
Yes, exactly.
So now I am wondering where I do really fit in, So if it is TOT, then I am not there in the TOT. Probably I'll be in the core team facilitation, but we need to really clarify what does it mean,
Said
Yeah.
right. You rightly said, Jyotima. Yeah.
Pardon?
You
Pardon?
rightly said this whole team,
Yeah.
is the core. Okay, who will monitoring and looking into what is happening with the trainings, what are all the classes going on, who are all trained and all that.
Yeah.
But we should have some trainers of trainers. TOTs are required.
Sure.
That this team has no big deal. The
Yeah.
next is the.
It's not audible. You're
some
not
connection,
able to hear you. Yeah.
connection problem. Yes. Okay, I think they are back. Raviji. Yes, I think he has lost the connection.
Yeah.
Okay. So the question was, who are all the core trainers? And as Raviji said, this could be the core trainers group. It could be expanded a bit more. And these people are supposed to represent the vision of the movement and give vision direction. And they are supposed to come out, it's supposed to train that you are trainers of trainers. And I think this group is very competent. And this group has the capacity both to read up and learn and to communicate effectively with kids. So then we could also add a few more. And then as the other day, Rebiji was saying, these 30 people who come, they could be the starting point for the group of core trainers. And then they'll have to go deep into the issue and then guide the movement. One. And then they'll have to also help in preparing materials for the trainers of trainers. And this we could do. And then next level comes trainers of trainers. TOT. That also we'll have to identify who would be. Accordingly, we'll have to expand the state-wise groups. Then third comes next. Okay, that we'll see later. Okay, good. Then what's the next question? Anybody has anything more to add on what I said?
Father, what you have said is very crisp and very clear, Father, for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, what is the next question that came up?
The training module for coaching
Okay.
members in South.
Yeah. Now, when we get a kind of a 3-day program like that, this being for core trainers, then we need to give an overall projection and vision, and then some kind of theoretical thinking capacity to this group that they could put it into practical presentation modules. Reviji online. Okay, hello. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Mariadasan, Reviji wants to be admitted. He is coming through his mobile because he lost the other connection. Got it?
I admitted him.
Okay. Ravi Shankar is there? Okay, he's back inside. Okay. Okay.
And I made him
Yeah, he's there inside. Yeah.
Yes, thank you, thank you.
And so we
Please,
need
Father.
some kind of a kind of thought leaders group, thinking leaders group, who could be
or high profile leaders.
Develop some.
And he's a guru.
Yeah.
Guruji. Ravi Shankar ji.
Okay. Okay.
He's a father, a very old man. He's a social activist. He's a aeronomist, is a HR trainer. Balakrishna Reddy is a big, he's from Andhra Pradesh, a big trainer. And Jyotiraj is a very old sister. He's doing very good service in Karnataka. And
Yeah. Okay, who speaks next? I am speaking. Hello. When it comes to that, see, there are some few components that we have to keep in mind. One, the usual thing, that is now popularized, that even if we don't do, others will start doing it. That is children's parliament. The why and how of children's parliament. So that could be one aspect. The why and how. Okay. And then next we come to neighborocracy. What does it stand for as an alternative political system? Then again, a little bit of the why and how. We go like that. And then another component, very important component here, is sociocracy. What is the sociocracy? Why do we need it? And how do we do it? Maybe some initial demonstration sessions too. And then next we come to the marketing from below concept. And then related concepts, because if it is thinkers group, we'll have to give them, introduce them to various related concepts. And related concepts include, one, there is something called crowdocracy. What do they something similar, but not the same. What do they offer, and where exactly we come in, supplementing that, complementing. And then also another thing that found very interesting is a thought process initiated by one not Ravi Shankar. His name is Parameshwar, MP Parameshwar. MP Parameshwaran in Kerala. This MP Parameshwaran, he was studying in Russia. He is now maybe in his late 80s or 90s. He's there in Kerala. He was earlier in Baba Atomic Center, and then he studied, nuclear engineering, physics, and so on there in Russia. And then this person, sorry, this person was an active full-timer. He, at one stage, he left his job to work as a full-timer for the Communist Party. Then later on, the Communist Party expelled him on the party because he was coming with some kind of thinking where he questions even the usual way the communism is presented. And so they couldn't stand that, because already while he was in Russia, he already had his own doubts as regards how long this system, as it was practiced there, will sustain. And later on, the history proved him right. And now, this person was behind what they called Kerala Shastra Sahitya Parishad. Shastra Sahitya Parishad, yeah. And then that was a very big movement that gave a lot of creative initiatives presented, which were later adopted by the governments. And one of the initiatives there was planning from, people's planning. That is, if in our language, planning from below. And that they did it as a statewide exercise led by the government. Initially, they did a pilot model in one small place, and they showed to the government that it works. And the government did it in the entire state, planning by people. Janahiya Asutrana Prasthana, like. And there, what they did, the government made available more than 40% of the planned expenditure to be planned by people from below. And that was a big step. And then they had also similar experiments with regard to science movement, literacy movement, and so on. And this person is a very committed person. When I went there, this fellow who was holding big jobs, when I went to his house, it was a small house, and then with not even proper furnitures, and he was sitting in a small wooden chair like that. And that symbol a person, but a thorough thinker. And he brought out some books. And I quote him in our 4-page introductory leaflet on our neighborhood movement called, are you someone worried about the helplessness of people? And there I quote him. And then I found much in common with him. And then one of his projects is Rural Republics. Rural means rural and urban. Rural republics. And he has written great oceanic circles and so on. And these biggest books are very thought-provoking. And I would like to introduce his thinking also here. And then we could also introduce similar experiments related to this. One thing is the Kudumbashri of Kerala. And another one is now becoming very famous, the experiment in Rojava. Rojava means it's a kind of independently administered territory in Syria. And there they have a very interesting process. So such processes, similar experiments, we will make people aware to see how much we could learn from them or integrate. Okay. So I stop there. This is something regarding the syllabus for the schedule for the 3-day program. You are welcome to add.
Wonderful, wonderful, Father. It's a very thorough picture you have given about what thinkers of this group have to look into, because there are many angles and many dimensions to look into. Now we must be seeing the weight of the work that we have to do. So I am very happy that we have a very good team to operate. Yeah. Yes. Anybody wants to say anything on this? Any questions on this? Jyoti Raj, any question?
Not a question, but I think I vibe with Father's reflection, and
Yeah.
I was also thinking in terms of the trainers, whoever it may be, they should know what it is like. I mean, what is it, and what are we trying to do from local to global level, so that clarity and vision in terms of concept. Then why is it? Definitely, I personally feel it is the place or space for building a perspective towards what we want to reach. So that area should be one module which needs to come in. The third one, definitely when we speak of how, it is basically the strategies or the methodology which we want to through which we want to do it. I think I agree with and this will go into all the issues Father has raised. Like, it can be looked at from the point of view of neighborocracy, sociocracy, market from below, etc., etc. I think it falls everywhere. Yeah.
Exactly. Super, super. Thank you for giving a better clarity on this whole thing, actually. Nice. Dr. Balakrishna, you have anything to say at this point? Dr. Balakrishna, dear. Hello? Please.
Guruji, it's very nice, Guruji. Please implement this.
Yeah.
It's very clear and very important also to implement this program.
Yep. Thank you. Dr. Mariadasan, sir, please. Unmute yourself, please.
I was not listening to your conversation because I was always busy here.
Yep.
I'm sorry. I couldn't follow it.
Okay, Father Edwin, I will just give you a small gist of what Father Edwin was giving a picture about. I know what all the things that as a group we here, thinkers group, what all the things that we need to understand and experiment, and develop our strategies, everything, to see that the trainings and everything is further developed to move ahead as a movement. Okay, so this is a big picture he has given, quoting many other movements happening in the world, in the same lines, empowering people. So this is what we have understood by Father's presentation. If you still have anything to add or something like that to say, this is always welcome. That's how it can be.
Only thing is, we have to create that modules, and we have to follow the modules, and we have to prepare a checklist with the time-bound implementation. So we have to create a checklist modules and a checklist to implement the modules, and there should be time-bound, and we will be successful. This is the only thing I wanted to add.
You are right. You are right. Thank you very much. It's a beautiful input. I appreciate that. Thank you Father. Yeah. Arul sir, you want to say something? Arul Sahan?
Actually, I wanted to tell about this particular what Mariadasan sir was telling. We need time bound and module, which in my terminology I call result based RBM tool of planning. Result based method, this RBM method. It's also process based management. So I think that's falling with that. I think we can incorporate maybe on our sittings during our 3 days training program, which we evolve our next May what are going to do in 1 year time, something like that.
Fantastic. Thank you, Arul sir. Thank you very much. And Basil, do you have anything to say at this point?
What I feel going for a 3 days program, the whole thing is planned well. Only then the people who are coming will be able to learn and do something, because our aim is not just learning, but reach out to the people. Also, as Father explained, there are different levels. There we need to identify each one's interest and interest to work accordingly. That may bear some more fruit.
Fantastic. Thank you, Basil. Yeah. We have to, very practically, we have to look into all these things. I appreciate that. Carmel, sir. Father Carmel, please.
I'm happy to hear all these things. It is very good to know about children parliament, and also I think that I need some more clarifications, because nowadays there are so many problems occurred among children. In the school, there are so many problems and so many commit suicide like that. There are so many problems. Then we can include topic also. What we are going to do for these issues? What is our answer for these issues? Because nowadays maybe so many stress. Yesterday also I met studying in Alfonso School, Nagarkovil. She last year she completed 12th standard, and she appeared for NEET exam. She would not get good marks. And 1 year he again went for training. Then I asked, why you would have chosen some other profession? Then she said, in our family all are doctors, so I want to become doctor, like that. So in the education system also there are so many problems. Then we can think of the topic also. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much. Yeah. They are all somewhat, particularly with case studies, we have to go into those things. Thank you, Father Carmel, for the inputs. For Hieronymus, please.
So my idea is I have a little bit doubt because though we are on the core team members, the training will be the new to for the certain people actually. So there are a lot of concepts here: children's parliament, sociocracy, neighborocracy, whatever it may be. I don't know, but there are a lot of concepts. So for the new persons, how will it be useful for them? We have to think about the new persons also, step-by-step procedures for the to have the experience on that particular concept. Everything we must give in that 3 days. I pointed out one thing. The other one is, see, there are a lot of movements and a lot of works are going on the school level. For example, some child rights people come and you give the training to the students. There are some lot of movements also available in the existing school systems. Now we are going to introduce a children's parliament. In what way it will be new to them? What way it will be the correct and exact movement for the children? we have to clarify that. So what I try to say is there are already lot of things are going on. We are also going to introduce children's parliament in the same school students. In what way it will be helpful other than the movements? So we have to tell the answer for that. So these are the questions in front of us. We have to give the answers during this training program. I think so.
Yes, you're right, Aaron. Okay, Father, you want to say something at this point?
No, that's very valid.
Yeah.
We will respond to that.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Yeah.
Thank you, Father.
Arul
So-
Sagai wants to say something.
Please.
In nutshell, I would like to throw one particular point. See, the child rights movements and all those things, they're all movements. Whereas we are talking about methods. Methods are abstract and wider. Whereas movements are particular. Movement comes under one method. So movements are methods include all the movements. So if we have a children parliament, of course, child rights movement are part of the children parliament method. So this is the basic difference. We are taught in MSW all this, the difference between a method and a movement. So method is a wider term, movement is fitting to the method. So that's a basic difference. We can have some discussion when we meet there. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, so nice clarifying at this point. Very important, Arulji. So we are building structures. Okay, it's about structures of children, like from the bottom to the global level, so that when there is a structure built and it is inclusive structure, not an exclusive structure, then everybody has a say, everybody can participate, and everybody put together is a completely a new dimension. It's not about somebody in particular doing something. So it is going to happen very spontaneously also in many ways, that everybody feels they own it. Okay, then somebody is trying to put that to them. Okay, so it's a completely a new dimension that we develop into. That is fine. Any good thing, Ano Badra Kratoyantu Vishwata, means let noble thoughts come to us from every side. So every thought will be included, not at all a issue like that. So we will not have any contradiction with any kind of a project or any kind of a movement or anything that comes. So far as it is inclusive for the whole team. That's how it goes. So see, if we really grasp the basic concept of what actually is neighborhoodization is about, then we can apply it anywhere to anything, and everything is so beautiful. Right? So this is how we as a team here, this is my input here. We need to learn a lot of things from Father Edwin right now here, because he has lot of wisdom connected to many people, not just his own, because he's so open, he could learn from many people. So we can take in each session that we are going to have on different things that he has mentioned right now, about different, like crowdocracy one time and something like that, so that these things can be recorded, and also it can be provided for people who want to know more about it, and they can further study a lot about it. But we as a team should have a broader understanding about all these concepts, all these ideas, and all those things that are already happening in the world, that makes us much more efficient or effective in building our modules and everything. A module will be built by us, we can develop it, we can further make it more what do you say, adaptable to any particular situation or particular place. So for that, I request Father Edwin to give us like you are somebody as like our Mariadasan sir was telling about scheduling and fixing onto it, and then having some targeted time to complete each thing. like Arul Sahim was also saying about a year plan or something like that. If we can come out with it, and if we regularly meet, and if we can regularly bring in people with the same kind of a zest into this kind of meetings, then I'm very sure that we can build a good team. Good modules will come out, and then they can be properly given as training modules, and also we train up people and the movement further goes. This is my idea after discussing with all of you. So we can have one more round of what do you shall we go for conclusion session or anything more further? Anybody?
We shall fix a kind of a date for our next meeting.
Yes, Father. Yeah.
To prepare for this Tumkur program.
Yes, Father.
That means, some logistics have to be, agreed upon. I like how will you invite people and other details like are we going to charge them and all these things. And they should be told that, they have to, how much they have to shoulder and what we can do and everything like that.
Yes,
So
Father.
some clarity among ourselves.
Okay.
So that we talk the same language when inviting people. Otherwise, people will come with various expectations.
True, true.
Since they are from 3 states.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the type of audience and participants that who should be there. Because some people may not be eligible for this type of a meeting. Sometimes very difficult, sometimes not too difficult. Holding the newcomers and those who are already knowledgeable about it. So like this, some kind of consensus we'll have to have it in another meeting. And also some kind of program for the 3 days and so on, we could evolve.
Yeah.
So another meeting we could more or less fix a time, convenient time, and then have the closing round.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, for anybody wants to say something about it, I would like to hear. Yeah. Jyoti Raj.
I think it's important that we have clarity on these issues. Yeah, because I liked the last point of Father Edwin. The participants, I think the same type of wavelength is important for 2 reasons. One, to take the process further. It should not become a block. People who are coming for the first time to understand the concept, definitely we need to provide that space for people to really, it's not only understanding. Personally, I feel a lot of internalization has to take place. One has to, because it is in the last meeting I was mentioning, or in the previous meeting, that the trainings are based on three important components. One, the value formation. Training is not simply knowledge based. It is value based, then knowledge based, and then it is also a development of skill. So these 3 things will take place at the same time. Therefore, it is important the screening or decision on the type of participants who are going to come. Everyone should feel happy, comfortable, and when we go back, we should go back with certain level of commitment to take it forward. I would say the training should have a sort of a ripple impact. So when we start the training, it has to go as a spiral. So this is my personal feeling about what Father has shared.
You're right. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Dr. Balakrishna, you have something to say on this point?
No, Guruji, please carry on.
Okay.
It's clear.
Basil? Hello? Basil? Okay. Father Carmel. Okay, Basil, please. Basil, please. Not able to hear you. Not able to hear you, Basil. Father
Meeting
Carmel.
there also, I think we can tell something so that those who are new will be able to understand. Especially it's Nagapur area, we people will meet Father Edwin and will come to know about the details of the concept and what we are learning. That's the learning process. So next time, before we come for the meeting, we will know a little more things. Thank you.
Okay, yeah, right. Okay, I could get the last few points that you said. Nice. Yeah. Hieronymus,
Yeah.
please. Hieronymus, please.
Yeah.
You have
No special points, sir.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you. Yeah. Father Carmel, you have anything point at this, at this juncture?
Okay. Thank you very much. I need some clarity based on some concepts. Father
Okay.
has so many concepts. And slowly, when we meet next time, we can get.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
One thing I would like to say is, if you have any, like in a person you would like to know more, you can always contact Father Edwin over phone or something like that, or he will guide us also to refer some things to study and all that. That way it will help. Plus, we should keep on learning more and more in this kind of interactive sessions. Third thing that I would like to say is, as Jyotiraj has said, like we should make it something like everybody should be able to take something from it and get benefited by this. This is what we have to do. For that, we need to have the trainings designed. Like we already have the trainings for animators trainings. So a lot of organizations which are working on the on the ground level, for example, like those people who are working in the slums, working in the rural development areas, in schools, these people have successfully taken up our modules, and they have trained their people in as animators. So they have gone and established a lot of children's parliaments and other like neighborhood parliaments and everything there. So that's happening. Now, if we want to make sure that everywhere everything is built on this structure that we are looking into, then we must be taking it up on a very large scale. For that, like Father said, we have to work out on the logistics. Like how do we train? Like for example, first we may have to train at district level at every state. We select some people at district level and we train them. So those through them we will train the next down level, then the next down level, like that. Then the structure of trainers are all done so that everywhere the training is happening simultaneously throughout the state. So for all this, we have to work out on the logistics, because how much it costs to train, so many people for this many days who are going to train, and from which are the dates and day and timings, everything. All these things have to be properly planned. I would like all of you to please think about these things, and we will come out in the next meeting. If you can fix some time in the next meeting, we will come out with those issues, like how are we going to meet those things. If I'm fine with this, anybody wants to add anything, you can in the group, like we have a Kampakam group is there, no? In that you can keep giving your inputs also. Meanwhile, we don't have to wait till the meeting. We can keep on conversing in the chat. Okay, that can happen, right? So when is the next meeting? Mariadasan.
What about next Sunday?
Actually, yeah. Our regular meeting will be every alternative Sunday. So coming Sunday is our regular meeting.
Okay. Next Sunday.
Sunday 11 a.m. 11:30.
Sunday 11:30. Okay. How about anybody has anything to say on this? Mariadasan sir, is it
Yeah.
fine?
Next Sunday, I will be in Chennai. However, I can take my laptop with me so that I can start the meeting.
That's good.
I will be in a discussion in Chennai.
Okay.
So, however, I can start the meeting even if I am not able to participate well for the discussions. But today we had a
How
good,
about you, Dr. Bal?
good round of discussions and discussed many things. Only thing, as I already told you or said, we have to implement perfectly. For that, we
Exactly.
need regular meetings, periodical meetings. The periodicity should be almost the same. If you do this regularly, it will become a practice, a habit. You can make it a habit so that things can
The
move.
time of the meeting.
Thank you.
Okay.
Every Sunday, I engaged with the health checkup camps, awareness programs
Yeah.
throughout the week. That's my problem. If you tell what will be in the meeting,
No,
I
we
It's
can
about
we can change also if somebody is not able to come. Which day is convenient for and time is convenient for all of us. That ought to be fixed.
instead of daytimes, night will be better. Evening times.
So what about Sunday night, 7 o'clock?
Sure.
That will be a good time for all of us, I think.
Sunday
Yes.
Sunday
night 7 o'clock.
night, evening 7 o'clock.
Sorry, I have
It
to.
will be prayer and supper time for you, I think.
Sir, wants to.
Sorry, I have to come in here. Usually Saturday evenings and Sunday evenings, many other network groups, they also keep their meetings. Those who are working during the weekdays, they prefer to have. So this Sunday, I have another land meeting, so I will not be able to participate. Sorry.
Saturday's daytime also no problem.
Pardon.
Saturday.
Yeah.
Saturday's daytime also.
Okay with you?
Time should decide by.
Okay. That's I don't know about others. What?
Night is always better. Night will be easier. We need not access.
Raj, what about Sunday night, between 8 and 9?
Yeah, that will be wonderful.
You can finish your supper and then come.
Around 9 o'clock.
Sunday.
After 9 also, no problem for me.
Okay. That's
Saturday.
okay.
Saturday.
Saturday also is okay.
What about
Saturday night fever.
what about
How
Friday?
about Saturday nights?
What about Friday night?
Monday to Friday, I have classes in the evening. Even now, I have students with me.
Okay.
After 9 hours, evening means Monday to Friday, after 9 I will be free.
Okay.
Okay.
But Saturday, Sunday, I have no classes, so I will be free only. But I will be having some other meetings, but which I can postpone. No problem.
Okay.
Arul, what do you say?
What I suggest, we close the meeting now.
Yeah.
We shall fix the meeting through WhatsApp consultations. The time of the meeting.
Okay, that's also good.
Because
Okay.
people have been here for quite some time and they may be getting tired. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Right, Father? It's fine, no problem.
Okay.
Our
Fine.
meeting continues.
Okay, yeah.
Our meeting continues on chat. Okay,
WhatsApp. Okay.
right?
Thank
And then we will fix a time for the
Yeah.
next meeting during our interaction on chat. Is it fine, everybody?
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
so closing
So
round.
nice. Yeah. It was a, let me share, it was a phenomenal meeting with very dedicated and highly intelligent and intellectual people who have got their own, already they have done a lot of work in their own field and with the same bent of mind. I'm so happy to be a part of this team. Thank you very much. Please, next. Mariadasan.
Yeah, I'm happy about today's meeting. So we discussed a lot of things, and yeah, as I always say, we have to implement. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Arul Saham sir.
Thank you, all of you. Really, yeah, we are really heading towards something perfect. Good. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Dr. Balakrishnan, please. How was the meeting?
Very happy to join with very intelligence and very experienced people. Very happy to meet in this meeting, sir. Thank you.
Yep. Father Edwin.
Yeah, we are progressing together very well. Happy about it. Yeah.
Thank you, Jyotima.
Yeah, I feel a sense of belonging to a dedicated and committed group of friends for a common cause. That makes me very, very happy. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Jyotima. Yeah, Basil, please.
So thank you very much. Once upon a time, I used to wonder when Father Edwin explains about this concept, is it practical? Now, after listening to you all, I really feel Father has done a wonderful work and God is working with us. And many have joined. I think Father Edwin's dream will be realized and we will get a real kingdom of God here on earth. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Basil. Father Carmel.
I was very happy to be in the team. Thank you.
Yep, thank you. Anonymous.
Yeah. It is nice. Actually, it's a new to me because the trainees also discuss about the training program and discuss about the model of the training, everything, module of the training, everything. It's a new thing actually. Moreover, it gives more expectation for the training.
One thing I would like to say to you, Father Anonymous, you have really made me feel so good because I was missing Father Justice so much, especially in our meetings. He was so much contributive to the whole thing. But now your presence is somehow making that missing part completed. So nice. Please let us all be together. Let us keep meeting. Let us make this wonderful time together. Plus also a wonderful team together. Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Yeah.